My name is Cherry Noriday, Honored Director of Scarenjo. How can I assist you today?
Cherry, this is only your second circuit taking up the position of gym leader of Scarenjo. I wanted to ask how you felt now, considering last year you admitted your nervousness, attributing your age as a reason. Have things changed since last circuit?
Exponentially. While I was quite nervous that my age would deter many contestants, much more to other gym leaders equal to my station, I was delightfully surprised that my nervousness was musingly unneeded. Many accepted me with open arms, and now this year, I feel much more at ease taking up this position.
That's wonderful to hear.
There have been quite a few embarrassing moments, however. Many trainers getting a bit too enamored with one reason or another.
Oh? Pray tell.
Quite a few trainers of varying stripes had reduced themselves into calling me Daddy. When I questioned them why they were calling me such a thing, they attempted to reassure me that it was a term of endearment for the elderly and wise. I still don't believe them, however. The term feels far too lustful to be some cheeky form of endearment by the younger generations.
If that is what you believe, Daddy.
If it wasn't at risk of spilling my tea, I would beat you with my cane. I may hold myself back around trainers wishing to challenge me for my badge, but I have no qualms beating you within an inch of your life.
Noted. In which case, I shall move on to my next question. That question is, there have been a lot of, mostly, small protests lately over the Pokemon Championship Circuit system functions, mainly over the act of badge acquisition and proof of obtainment. Do you have any remarks on that?
The only thing that should change is the proof of obtainment. It should happen there at the gym, right after the trainer has acquired the badge in fair combat. However, they should still take the march back to Concordia. I'm sure the governing body will come up with alternative incentive to do so as well.
I'm actually quite surprised at your comment. Most people would take you for a stickler of tradition. Would you care to explain your opinion more in depth?
The tradition of returning to Concordia is merely to celebrate your interaction with each region. It is a show of honor of the new things you have learned, with the march itself designed as a way for trainers to reflect on their adventure so far. However, the current governing body has made the incentive to do so be the confirmation of your badge requirement. This can very quickly lead to unintentional disasters. Those of forgetful minds may misplace their badge and be forced to do the challenge all over again. In more serious cases, individuals may be upended by thugs and have their hard-earned badges stolen. Both of these situations should be prevented.
That is a very understandable and measured response.
Thank you.
Do you have any recommendations to the protesters who wish to see the system change?
Patience is a virtue. Things of that magnitude only change when everyone that has the power to change things are in agreement. One must act in a calm, intelligent manner for things to change. Any alternative action will only result in contrarian resistance. There are quite a few people who are pretty stubborn that currently hold power, and I can assure you that anything but calm discussion will have them spitting on your cause for generations to come.
Those are some wise words, Cherry.
Thank you.
However, we can't dawdle on a question for too long. I'll move on to something else. Have you heard of rumors about the heavily decreased gang activity in Wyverius, but a rise in organized crime?
I have, though I'm quite doubtful it's an actual issue.
That's a very interesting answer. Why don't you think it's an issue?
Other than the fact that you're spouting mere rumor? Because the man in charge of dealing with such issues is an incredibly capable trainer. If there's an actual issue, he'll solve the problem within the month.
You have that much faith in him?
I have as much faith in him as he has faith in his closest friends.
That's quite a strong statement to make.
Thank you.
Well, I only have 2 more questions to ask you for today.
And what might those be?
The first one is about the trainer roster this year. I'm sure you've heard that this year there's quite a massive roster of trainers, almost 30% larger than our usual contestant lineup. Has anyone caught your eye this year? Are there any expectations for them?
There are 2. The first is Nay. I know her mother. I know why she's here in the circuit. However, I'm not here to lambast her about that. In fact, I want to tell her that she can make her own path. The second is Peter. whom I want to tell that age is only in the mind. You can set your mind to do whatever you want, and despite how old you are, you still have more than enough time to enjoy the things you forgot in your youth.
Ah, well, I'm sure the two of them will be very pleased to hear your opinion. And now for the last question of the day. Do you have any encouraging words to say to the viewers at home?
Talent isn't the only thing that's required to be successful. Persistence is more important than skill, and luck is more important than persistence. You need to have all three if you wish to rocket yourself into any position of fame or fortune.